Subtitle: Hi everyone, welcome to today's funny tale. Both bent down simultaneously, but when rising, Josiah fainted, and Sean stumbled, carrying him to the hospital. During the doctor's diagnosis, Georgia hazily thought he saw Sean confessing his love, and he fell head over heels, unable to escape the whirlwind of romance. After some tests, the doctor confirmed that Georgia was currently out of it and needed a head scan. Off he went into the scanning machine. However, the results left the doctor's jaw on the floor, and to prevent any hiccups in diagnosis, Doctor promptly arranged a second scan, but results were the same. The dean regretfully told Josiah he had rare blue disease. In a nutshell, he wouldn't be around much longer. The final verdict: 3 weeks to live. Are you kidding me? 4 weeks left. Sorry, Georgia was just sentenced to death in the most bewildering way. On a doctor's advice, he contacted the insurer to claim $300 for surgery, but was rejected and given paperwork. Inform Josiah that this is the entire complaint process if he feels wronged. Clearly, with only 3 weeks left, he won't finish reading the documents. With grass growing 3 feet high on his grave, this shocking news hit like a lightning bolt, leaving George's brain completely blank. Flipping through his album of dreams, with places to visit, foods to savor, and idols to meet, plus all the people he hadn't had the chance to love yet, dreams unfulfilled, but half a leg already in the pearly gates of heaven. After a night of painful struggle, Georgia finally got it better to live it up than sit and wait for the death certificate. So he stormed into the bank, withdrew years' worth of savings and his mum's inheritance, barged into the boss office and smashed his phone, leaving the company. He was ready for a long-awaited trip, but just outside, Sean found him and gave 2 game tickets. Looking at the sky, Josiah sighed at fate's whim, but had more important things than Sean's game invite. After saying goodbye to Sean, he boarded the flight to Prague, where a rude giant in front kept squishing back into his space. The guy even reached the back, telling the flight attendant that the woman behind kept bumping into him. Had put up with this kind of drama before, but not the subtitle. Georgia took a deep sip of his drink and boldly voiced his dissatisfaction. The flight attendant showed disdain for his accusations, and instead mocked him in a sarcastic tone. Without hesitation, Josiah upgraded to first class. The treatment was truly unique. The space was much larger, with fine American wines, and the flight attendant's warmth overwhelmed Georgia, who smiled joyfully as a newfound wealthy woman. Stepping off the plane, he waved and declared amidst the taxi queue, "Call a helicopter." As the helicopter took off, he gazed at Bog's snowy landscape. It was a sight beyond his wildest dreams. Yet the roar of the helicopter made him wonder who the big shots were arriving. After all, this hotel was never short of VIP visits. Note, the last helicopter passenger was a world leader. Josiah entered the hotel, and the receptionist hurried to greet this mystery guest. Subsequently, she arrived at the front desk to check in. However, because she arrived 2 hours early, the room that Josiah had booked wasn't cleaned and ready yet. The hotel manager also enthusiastically struck up a conversation with her. He introduced the various services of the presidential suite, but Georgia turned around and spotted her former boss, Matthew, vacationing. He had a young, beautiful secretary by his side, while workers toiled for money as the boss splurged with her. Georgia once might greeted, but now such nonsense doesn't affect her. Her feelings are mixed. Hound eomut at letter 3ca a circumflex acute times a tilde cyrillic letter for abc sedilla o armenian letter gb microcra and tilde letter gbd ponents and tenda retroflex quarter w o grov eomut acute grov y acute o grov and tilde o circumflex acute letter 3f8 a half o grov o circumflex cyrillic letter 4e3 a not sign at the letter 3ca and tilde letter gbd paragraph circumflex cyrillic letter 4e7 pound compared pound a tilde divided by a half c sedilla circumflex divided by and tilde c sedilla r letter 3ca u umlaut 3 pound a quarter u circumflex micro a umlaut Josiah pounds and a half I grov letter 373 o umlaut r letter 3ca u umlaut a quarter o grov micro a umlaut took out pounds and all I times array a quarter o tilde use delta plus or minus Chinese let pound copyright. The receptionist was taken aback by the sudden cash. Once she got him settled, Georgia headed to the window. The city blanketed in snow looked like a painting, Georgia could hardly believe his eyes and decided to splurge to his heart's content. He ventured into a designer boutique, trying on one outfit after another, buying anything he fancied. Dressed to the nines, he strutted into the restaurant. Dinner was the moment he had been waiting for. The main reason he chose this hotel was that the restaurant chef was his idol, and tasting his idol's culinary magic was the moment George sat down. His strong presence drew everyone's gaze, including Matthew and the politicians there for business talks. They were the real social elite, with orders varied and extravagant, making the chef stomp his feet in frustration. Meanwhile, Georgia was carefree, ordering whatever struck. Georgia ordered every signature dish on the menu without any demands, even adding, "Just let the chef do his thing." The chef looked at George's menu, marveling. Now, this is a customer worthy of a god. Not only did he personally decide to cook for Georgia, but he also wanted to meet this sensible lady. Time micro divide by R, A tilde divide by half paragraph 2, A R letter 3 CA, upscale restaurant U maths a quarter, above Cyrillic letter 4 BB a quarter, U circumflex S0, A circumflex 2, A keto A tilde hit it off instantly times A circumflex letter 2 3 C plus or minus IQ 2 A circumflex C Cedilla Cyrillic letter 4 BB degrees, A tilde equal mat O R letter 3 CA, in O ordinary feet plus or minus span 3 Hebrew symbol 5 BF U acute O acute I mat U R I a quarter O tilde A acute U light O mat micro yen A circumflex C Cedilla Cyrillic letter 4 B 1 pound 3 O mat O grove Brill 14678. The more they talked, the more curious Matthew and his group became. Their minds raced. Who was this lady? And why was the chef so attentive to her? The secretary learned Georgia and Matthew hailed from the same city, and the shrewd Matthew instantly suspected Georgia of being a rival spy. Meanwhile, the politician was clearly captivated by the enigmatic Georgia. "Hello," she said in self-introduction, but Josiah showed no interest, admitting he was ordinary and just wanted to enjoy life. His modesty only sparked more curiosity. Their hot spring chat was accidentally witnessed by Matthew, confirming his belief that Josiah was a rival spy. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to subscribe to our channel. See more exciting content is on the way. See you next time, and continue to follow George's thrilling adventures. Don't forget to give us a like with a thumbs up. After a whirlwind experience, Georgia felt like he was back at 18, now ready for some relaxation in the hot springs. Just at that moment, the politician quietly came up to him. She introduced herself to Georgia, but he clearly wasn't interested, honestly stating he was just an ordinary guy enjoying life.